lot of entrepreneurs never talk about when they sometimes, started out in the corporate world and the experience that they learned as a result. You actually have, and your partner,
Yep.
a bunch of great companies you worked for. Amazon,
Yes.
Bain and Company, a bunch of others. Let's just start really quickly and see, what did you learn from those days working for the big corporates that would eventually infuse your entrepreneurial journey?
Learned a ton. So when I graduated from college, I actually thought originally about going into PhD program, but instead went to strategy consulting, working in New York for Bain and Company, and I almost treated it like graduate school. I got to learn the whole business toolkit. They have an amazing training program, and I worked on 2 cases at a time, probably over 20 cases in the 3 years that I was there. Everything from financial services to telecom to retail. And really just learned how to think about business. I think some of the things that I transferred most to Birchbox was learning that, as a fresh college grad, I could get up to speed quickly on any industry, ask smart questions, and create value.
So,
it was pretty empowering.
I can also imagine there's some things that you took with you that you didn't want to bring to your first entrepreneurial
Oh my
venture.
goodness,
Like,
yes.
what are some of the things that you felt might not fit the culture of the eventual company you'd want to start?
So I'm so glad that I was in consulting because of how much I learned. But the thing that I most wanted to change is that you have all these ideas, but you have to package them into PowerPoint slides and ship them off to someone who may or may not execute on them. So when I went to business school, my biggest goal was to get closer to the results and closer to the customer so I could have a direct feedback loop between my ideas and the results.
Why did you feel that would be so much different and more powerful for the company?
Well, it's just the difference between professional services and actually living and dying based on whether customers like what you're doing. Especially in an internet business, you can measure everything, right? Every email you send out, every change you make to the website, immediately you're getting results and quantifiable results.
So do you think that all would-be entrepreneurs should have corporate experience ahead of time? Do you think that there's more pros than cons? You hear a lot of people today say, no, don't work for the man, just go out and start your job. But for those folks out there that are really making that decision, whether they be collegiate students or folks that want to first see what their options are, what would your advice be?
So first of all, there's no right path. I think everyone has to take their own authentic journey. I think for me, I gained a lot of confidence. I learned a lot. And I also needed to wait for the right time to find the right idea. I actually didn't think I would be an entrepreneur. It was like the idea found me. But having those skill sets made me more comfortable pitching to VCs, for example, made me more comfortable talking to our first brand partners. And I think another one of my experiences working at Christie's in Hong Kong was pretty different than working in consulting. It's much more of a relationship business, selling high-end art. I learned about politics and how to provide value to people in order to get what you want. And so that was a bit of a culture shock for me coming from consulting. So I had a big range of experience and was able to apply that.